Hello, hello. Let me start by saying I am totally making this video out of love, particularly love for one particular man that I was just having a conversation with. What a great man he is, too. And man, he just told me how I wondered why he had such disdain for like Christianity, but he just told me why. He was beat up with the Bible, he said. Oh, that sucks. Um, I want to preface this because all I'm going to do is read. I'm going to read Jesus's perception about the kingdom and also his perception about being chosen, because you hear a lot about that these days. Oh, I'm chosen. You're chosen. Oh, we're the chosen ones. Oh, really? Anyways, I just want to preface this by saying that Jesus, he he hung around with the ones who others looked down on. He was looked down on by the Sadducees and Pharisees. They wondered to themselves, what's so special about him? So a lot of people who go to church, I don't even call them Christians. I call them churchgoers because that's what they are. Like it's some kind of social club and they do it every Sunday and that's what they do. If you do not believe me when I say that most of those people will go to hell, it's in this book, this Bible. It says, wide is the road to destruction, and many follow that road. And narrow is the way to life and salvation, right? And few find it. We understand the difference between many and few. Certainly we do. And there was one other passage in the Bible. You got people walking up to God, Jesus saying, did not cast out demons in your name, did not do this in your name, did not do that in your name. And he gonna say, man, get away from me. I don't know you. And you ain't never knew me either. Please. Yeah, I really hate it when people misrepresent my God and my belief and just what the kingdom is all about. The kingdom is forming right now. The kingdom is not a physical place. It's a state of being. It is a place, but not a physical place. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep. Let me read what Yeshua has to say. This is coming straight from him. Now, what's interesting, I'll preface it also by saying King James, he saw that a lot of people, oh Lord, you probably hear my dog snoring in the background. Anyways, but he saw that a lot of people were getting power from this book. So he called out for all the scholars of that time. Anybody who knows the Hebrew language, quick, on the double, translate what they got going on in that book because they seem to be getting some kind of power from it. Let's find out what it is they're reading. Anyways, and we know the story. He kept some, took a little out, hid some in the Vatican, still there right today. Anyways, you know how that goes. But what I find interesting is they took out very important parts, like the Book of Enoch. Ooh, that's a cold piece. I might have to read that one day. But whatever they feel like didn't really matter, or whatever they felt like was beneficial, sort of. When I say they, I mean King James and his translators. They left it here. So thank God that they thought nothing more of this than to call it the story of a wedding dinner. This is deeper than that. This is Jesus's perception of the kingdom. But if you don't know better, if you don't read and understand, you'll miss it like they did. I'm so thankful they did, though. They probably would have taken this part out. So if I may, I'm just going to read this. It says, Jesus told them more stories. He said, here is what the kingdom of heaven is like. A king prepared a wedding. Hold on a moment. Sorry about that. Okay. A king prepared a wedding dinner for his son. He sent his servants to those who had been invited to the dinner. The servants told them to come, but they refused. He sent some more servants. He said, "Tell those who were invited that I prepared my dinner. I've killed my oxen and my fattest cattle. Everything is ready. Come to the wedding dinner." But the people paid no attention. One went away to his field. Another went away to his business. The rest grabbed his servants. They treated them badly, and they killed them. The king became very angry. He sent his army to destroy them. They killed those murderers and burned their city. Then the king said to his servants, "The wedding dinner is ready, but those I invited were not fit to come. Go into the street corners. Invite to the dinner anyone you can find." So the servants went out into the streets. They gathered all the people they could find, both good and bad. Soon, the wedding hall was filled with guests. The king came in to see the guests. He noticed a man there who was not wearing wedding clothes. "Friend," he asked, "how did you get in here without wedding clothes?" The man couldn't think of anything to say. The king told his servants, "Tie up his hands and feet. Throw him outside into the darkness, out there where people sob and grind their teeth. Because many are invited, but few are chosen." Run it back. Run it back. Run it back, people. This is Jesus saying, here is what the kingdom of heaven is like. Can you dig that? So you got the King of Kings who have sent out his servants to just give an open invitation to people to say, "Come on, join us. We feasting over here. The king prepared this for you." And some, they just go on about their business. They like, I'm good. Then you got some who rough up the servants. I know for sure, because I am a servant. And I have been roughed up. Believe that. I have had my character assassinated and many things associated. Oh, my. Oh, but he said the king ends up being livid about that. He told the people, go kill him, and then not only kill him, burn their city down. In other words, don't play with mine. I sent somebody out here to invite you into something wonderful, and this is what you do? You harm the people who just simply gave you the invitation? Sugar, that ain't gonna work. So I'm so glad that King James and his translators did not understand the weight of Matthew 22. Matthew 22, the Lord himself is telling you what the kingdom is like. He's saying, you're invited, period. So don't get sidetracked by churchgoers who've made their own rules along the way. And trust me, it's their rules, not his. Because in this same book, I need to start reading this every day, really, and recording. Because this same book says, whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Well, whosoever, well, that's you too, ain't it? if you want it to be. Otherwise, you can refuse as well. It's a choice, really.